So ideally, I'm expecting this is where everyone will be. First, you need to have Git installed in your computer. Then another thing, you need to have already logged into GitHub on your browser. So if everyone is there, then you'll go to here. Then you'll turn on sync settings because you want to link VS Code with GitHub. Then you'll choose sign in. You'll basically decide if you're going to use Microsoft or GitHub. We'll go with GitHub because everyone has an account already. So after it loads like this, as you can see, we are all on Windows. It doesn't matter which Windows you're on as long as you're just on Windows. Just a moment, I mute this. Mute, then mute forever. Okay. Now, when this happens, it should like bring a pop-up to go to the browser to check. So it's basically sourcing. When it's done, it'll open the browser. Okay, it's opened this one. Sadly, I don't use this much, so make sure you've logged in. After you're in, it'll authenticate. This one will prompt me. Okay, that it didn't tell me to go to my email to authenticate. So yeah, we're going to allow. Basically, what we did, we allowed GitHub to log in. So once you've already logged in, yeah, as you can see here, it's setting up and authenticating and synchronizing. It's linking up. Okay, show conflicts. Don't worry about the conflicts and whatnot. That's basically just settings that I have. This is the set. This is just another thing I'm going to completely merge. That's basically it's getting things from my GitHub and linking it with my VS Code, and it's going to download things in the background. That's technically what's happening. Nothing really serious. And why does this notifications keep said? Anyways, now as you guys can see, I have this code. You will be having code in HTML, CSS, and all that. Yeah. I'll go to the repository that I recently created while we were in class. This is the repository that has what we have been doing here, but this is not what I'll be working with. I remember when I was in my class, ideally two people will be watching this, the ones who are in my class and the ones who are in Erastus's class. So as you can see, this is github.com, my username, and apart from that being my username, we have like repositories, 49 repositories. So while we were in class, I created this meme where everyone knows how to create. You just press here, then create a repository. I'm going to rename this. This is technically how your final project is assumed it will be looking like. Yeah, you have an empty repository like this. Let me just go change the name. This will be fast underscore project. If you decide not to use underscore, you can choose fast project. That's the naming convention. Yeah, yeah, you rename it. So everyone will be having the first project is as well. I don't know how I'm doing this. I should just show you how to put things on GitHub and all that. Anyways, since I'm doing it, the first project. HTML, CSS, JS. I now that we have these commit changes, as you've been seeing, there's commit, there's the commit message, there's all that. So for this one, as you can see here, there's a first project, blah blah blah, all this. I'll go to this repository, and I need this repository in my computer. How am I going to get it? First, this is number one thing how you can do it, yeah? How to clone GitHub in VS Code. This is how you do it. Once it tells you run the git clone command on the command line, Control Shift P, select the clone repository button. So you come here, Control Shift P, then you write clone. See here, git clone. Then from here, you're supposed to take this link. Where the hell is it? So you're going to take this link of, you'll be in your repository. You created it, yes. You're going to take that HTTPS, copy that link, then come here, Control Shift P, git clone. You saw I initially wrote git clone. Whoopsie. Then you paste clone from that. So once it clones, it tells you where do you want to clone it in your machine. I'll just create a new file here and then I'll call it code. This is the where you will be saving what you're cloning. I'll just call it code. So I'll select that as the repository destination. Now it's cloning it. Higher. Since that's the first project and it's being cloned, and we have this previous project. I hope everyone is working with these starting templates. If you decided to take your own templates, well and good, as long as you just complete the work, yeah. You will not be penalized for choosing to be creative. That is your personal preference and your personal choice. Yeah. Since it's cloning, it finished cloning, I'll open it in a new window. So this is technically your repository with the work that you've been doing. So I'm going to take the few files that you are using as your starting, pardon, the few files that you are using as your starting templates. I think it's already downloaded. What in the world? I am. So mine compressed, it's going to be sent in the compressed whatever. Now I think it's done downloading. I'll open the folder. So once I'm in, I know everyone knows how to extract and all that, so I'll not repeat that process. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to put things on GitHub. After I've put the files on GitHub, I'm assuming you've been working with these files on your local computer. Yeah? You will not be going through the tedious activities that I'm currently going through. So you'll just select the CSS index.js, only that. Then, as you can see, this is revealed in Explorer. This is where I cloned. As you can see, it's code and whatever. And there's a readme there. I will not take anything. I'm going to take the CSS, JS, and the index.html. I'm going to paste. This is if you've already been working and you're about to complete or you've already completed, yeah, you're supposed to be having these files. And if I open it from here, so you'll be copying them from the location that you've stored them, then you'll be putting them here. I hope it doesn't want to Chrome. Anyways, let me just do this. This is much simpler than Congo different. Okay, I'll just drag this, then paste it here. Okay, let's open Chrome. Resources Tapuluka next Maka next year. Anyways, as you can see, you have your so-called web page website. So the one that you personally have been working on, you'll copy them the way I dragged and dropped to the repository I just cloned. As you can see, that's how you've cloned. After you've done that, yeah, you'll go here to your VS Code. Once you're in your VS Code, here, after you're here, you'll see here source control. As long as it's already linked with GitHub, it will notice that there are changes. As you can see, this and this is what you'll see as changes. Over here in the message, you'll write my website. Then you'll put commit. You'll press commit. You have noticed, would you like to stage? Yes. What basically that is, it's telling you to put the commit message. Commit message is a message that you put so that any and everyone who's coming through to your GitHub can see whatever it is that you have been doing. So we're going to seek the changes. Syncing will push it. As you can see, when you commit, the changes have not gone to GitHub, as you will see right now. Yeah. Let me go to repositories. When you're in this repository here, my first project, if you're keen enough, you'll see that no changes would have occurred at all on GitHub. It's just this README. This box here shows you which files are inside the repository, and it's just the README. So if you want to add the others, you have to push. So by pushing, it's pushing it from your local computer to the repository in GitHub. That is the process that you guys are supposed to do to put the files on GitHub. I hope everyone has understood that.